Now this will be my target for today. It's a steel helmet. Good afternoon, YouTubers. Wow, there's an old phrase, and it's something like men don't grow up; they just get bigger and older. And that is true in some respects, and it's certainly true in a couple of my respects, that's for sure. I remember years and years ago, I'd be about 10 years old back in Liverpool, and came across air pistols. And a couple of lads had air pistols who were playing in the woods. And I thought, wow, they're really cool. I want one. And I don't think I was allowed to have one. But when I did finally get my hands on my first air pistol, it was a 177 GAT, I think it was. And it involved pushing the end of the barrel in about 4 inches until it clicked. And then you had to unscrew the back and pull this pin out. And then you had to put the pellet down the hole and then push it down with the pin and screw it in. And then you're ready to go. And then you'd be there, aiming at, I don't know, a tin can or something. And the barrel would shoot out about yay far from the end of the barrel. And of course you'd miss. Well, I loved it. It was fabulous. But to be honest, it was rubbish. I've had a lot of guns since then. I've a lot of air guns, air pistols, air rifles, joined the British Army. And I got to play with some real guns in the British Army. And then I had a firearms license when I came out of the Army back in the 1980s. But it all came to tears one day when a few loons went running around in the UK shooting people with licensed firearms. And so they all got banned and you had to hand them all in, and that was the end of that. You needed very special permission to have guns. So there's a big market today for air pistols and air rifles that are replicas of famous firearms. And my favourite being the MP40. Fabulous. I mean, you just could not own an MP40 in this day and age. Not a real one, but you can buy them on Amazon. You can buy a 177 BB version, which looks exactly the same. And it's great for shooting tin cans in the back garden. Anyway, someone has sent me an air pistol, which I'm going to do a review on. Now, I'm not going to do one of those boring unboxing videos. Loads of people do videos on various air guns, various types. And this one, I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm going to get it out the box and show you what I think of it straight off. Okay. I'm not going to do boring, look at the paperwork, look at my pretty glasses. None of that. This is it. This is how far air pistols have come on. Now this is a 177 pellet air pistol, believe it or not. There's the pellets. Look. Now, I've seen a few reviews on this on the internet, but they didn't really tell me what I needed to know. Now with real revolvers, something fell out. With real revolvers, you'd use your thumbnail as a mirror, and you'd put your thumbnail in there, like so. When you look down the rifling in the bore, it's a very narrow bore. This is 4.5 millimeter, but the revolvers I used to have are 38s, 357s, and it does actually say it's got a rifled steel barrel, and it does appear to be, although I'm not sure how thick the barrel is. Now the thing that fell out was the I'll have to go on the floor and pick it up. One of these, it comes with 2 of these, and you put the pellets in there, and then that slots into the back of the cylinders, and there's 8 of them apparently. Now a lot of the air pistols that are going around today, you can actually put bullets in them, full-size bullets that have you put the pellet in the back of the bullet is completely hollow inside, and you put the bullets in and it fires the pellet out. They do the Webley revolver, which is a top loader, and you can eject the bullets. It's a very authentic feel to it, but this doesn't do that. This has got this arrangement where you put your pellets in that magazine, which goes into the back there, like so, and then you close it. Now, when it comes to revolvers, there's two main types of revolver. There's the most famous revolver in the world, of course, which was the Colt 45 Peacemaker. Now, you can buy them in 177 BBs, pellets, I suppose, and they're quite tedious to reload. It is the most famous, coolest revolver in the world, but it's not the best, for sure. So they went on to, because they were just so slow to reload, so they went on to other ideas for reloading. There was the top loader, Schofield, and the Webley. Great, no problem at all. But everyone seemed to finish up on this design where you push the button on the side, cylinders swing out, and then you empty the cases, and then you put your 6 back in, shut the cylinders, and away you go again. And they were double action, not just single action. So this is a copy of a swing out cylinder version, but it doesn't have the bullet types. It's got 8, because revolvers were usually 6. So this one has got 8. You put your 8 pellets in there, close it up, and you're ready to go. Now, this is a heavy thing. It does feel right. I mean, I have had Magnum revolvers when I had my firearms license, and you know, the size, the weight is great. It does feel really good. It's got a very wobbly hammer, which lets the whole thing down, really. And I will notice the other thing that other people don't show you on their reviews is there's 2 things that turn the cylinder. One's that this claw that comes up and turns the cylinders, and there's a locking pin that comes up at the bottom to lock the cylinder in place before you fire it. But this has got this really weird design. See that? Spring-loaded back end of the barrel, which locks into these recesses in the cylinders here. It does seem to lock okay, because it has to be dead in line, otherwise it won't fire, obviously. Whether it has got a steel barrel or not, I don't know, but this is a magnet, okay? That's the tin of pellets, okay? And this magnet will not stick to any part of this gun. Okay, so it's none of it is steel that I can see. Not even the springy bit in the back of the barrel there. So it's all alloy. And I suppose the reasoning for that is because you'll always get some idiot try and turn it into a firearm, and in which case it's going to blow up, take your hand off. So there you go. It's got this quite crappy sliding handle where you put your CO2 gas cylinder, which most of these air guns these days have. It's got the old Springers, remember the Springers? And today we've got CO2 capsules that go in the handle, and that'll allow you to 40 shots or something like that. And others have got these big screw-on air cylinders that you can refill like a paintball gun. But yeah, without firing it, my initial review of it is, yeah, it's pretty good. It's quite a cheap one. It's not an expensive one. I like it. I'm looking forward to shooting it. Okay, well, aiming for the centre, we've got a consistent grouping there, just slightly off to the left, so I can adjust the sight slightly, and that should compensate for that, because the back sight is adjustable. That's not bad little grouping. It did seem to go quite well. I knew it wouldn't damage this, and I don't want to make a mess up here. The beer cans at the moment. Well, the big question is, will it fire darts? And if so, can I hit that plywood at the end of the garden with darts? Let's find out. Okay, so this is the real proof of the pudding, really. We need to so there we go, they're all in. Put that in behind, otherwise we won't get a good seal. And let's see if it works. Okay, so I'll be shooting from about 10 yards, and my aiming point will be the centre of this small blackened square. So my aiming point will be there. I haven't adjusted the sights, and it was shooting over here before, but every shot will be aimed at this point here. Okay, well, I had to stop shooting because the darts were sliding forward and they were jamming the cylinders as they were turning, so not really suitable for shooting darts, unless you get a drill, I suppose, and drill the magazine just a little bit more so they'll allow them to fit in. I think that's the answer. Have one for darts and one for pellets. But this is the aiming point, and you can see where we've got four darts in there. So darts obviously heavier than the pellets, and they're still a little bit off to the left. We can compensate for that with the back sight and zero it in for a dartboard, but I don't think this is suitable unless we modify the gun with a drill bit. Okay, so in all, I would give this gun about 7 out of 10. I like it, it's good, it's got a good weighty feel to it. It looks the part. It does work, it shoots pellets pretty good. The back sights are adjustable, and I will be adjusting them a little bit to get it more on target, because at 10 yards, it's great, it's absolutely great. A little bit disappointed it doesn't shoot the pellets without a modification. It is a little bit you know, with proper revolvers they're very crisp and precise, whereas this is alright actually. It's what you'd expect for an air gun. I don't think you could expect a tremendous amount. It's got a good safety catch. You pull the cylinder release back and that locks it all up. That is horrible. The hammer's horrible on it. Wobbly, crappy hammer. And the handle, well, it sucks, the handle. But you know, it was quite a cheap air pistol, so I'm not complaining. I mean, it feels alright once you close it, but it feels like it wants to break and fall off. And I guess when it does, you'll just shoot it without the handle. But would I buy it? Yes, I think I would. I think I'd have a lot of fun with this. It's a good... Well, I've only fired one cylinder of 8 and 4 darts, and then it jammed up on me. So I would like to be able to shoot darts. I could see myself shooting a dartboard with this, setting up a dartboard at the required distance, and instead of playing darts with the arrows, use the the airgun arrows, I think that'd be really good. That'd be more my style. That'd be fun. I'll let you know how I get on with modify. I probably won't bother. I'd like to just buy one out the box that you can put darts in and just go. That'd be much more my scene. Thanks for watching. Always comments below.